Hello, how are we doing? I can see some people. Hope you're all well. So yeah, as you know, today is technical stuff, so it's just making you play through your scales and your chords and stuff, so you're just not sitting at home ignoring them, as I know you would be elsewise. Yes. Right, so first of all, hello. First of all, let's have a little look at some of the obvious stuff. Yeah, guitar strings. So I tell you what, if you want to hang around at the end, I will have a little look with you and I could link you some. Basically, all you want is just normal classical guitar strings, so nylon classical guitar strings. It doesn't matter if it's a 3/4 size guitar or not, okay? Don't worry about that. You don't get kind of specific 3/4 size strings or anything. What you'll find is that they're a bit long, but that's true anyway. You always end up with ends out here, and you just cut them off afterwards, all right? Okay, so, but like I said, if you want to hang around at the end, I will put you a link on Google or something to some strings. Or, you know, if you don't need my help, that's fine. Just get some normal nylon classical guitar strings. Okay, right, let's crack on. So I'm going to do some of the stuff that we've been starting with the last few weeks, really, which is looking at note values, because it's really important that you start being able to understand your notes, so that'll make you more independent, so you'll be able to practice more at home more easily. So let's have a little look. I'm going to hold up some notes this the other week as well, and you just have to tell me how many beats they're worth. Let's see if everyone can get them right this time. This one. Pop my guitar down as well. And what's it called? It could have two different names. Do you remember what they are? There's that one. All right, that's the first one. If you remember both names, that's brilliant. If you only remember one name, that's fine as well. That's the second one. Remember, it doesn't matter which way up they are, they're still exactly the same. So that's the second one. Again, two names it could have. Okay, and how many beats is that worth? Okay, that's cool. Hang around at the end, yeah, and I will have a quick Google and then link something to you on the chat, okay? I'll do that when we finish. That one there as well. That's the third one we're doing. What's it called? Again, it could have two names. All of these could. And how many beats is it worth? That's the most important thing, really. Okay. Oh, should I do it? Yeah, I'm going to. Ooh, okay. How about this one? So again, what's that called? Again, it could have two names. How many beats is that worth? Be careful, I might be doing a little trick one there. And then we did this one as well. We did these, so hopefully you'll remember these. That one. Okay. Same thing, how many beats is it worth? Do you remember what it's called? And then finally, the other squiggle. All right, what's that one? And again, what's it worth? All right, cool. I can see some good answers coming in there. All right, I'm going to go through them before you just start Googling them and writing down the right answers. Yeah, this one. We started with that one. That's worth 4 beats, okay? So very often you'll see that one. It's the only one in the whole bar because it takes all the beats in the bar up, okay? It takes all 4 beats. That is called a semi-breve or a whole note. Okay, semi-breve is the traditional name. Whole note is kind of becoming more common. All right. Next one. Yeah, that was the crotchet or the quarter note. It's called crotchet or a quarter note. 1 beat. Just 1 beat. Next one was the minim or a half note. And yeah, that's worth 2. So well done. The last two are rests. Yeah, brilliant. Well done. Right. Haha, that was the one I said might be a slight of a trick question. So they are quavers, aren't they? They're the same as that one there. Okay, quavers, but there's two of them. So that is worth one beat still, isn't it? Because 2 halves equal 1 whole. Remember, that one is worth half a beat. So 2 halves equal 1 whole. As I said, a little bit of a trick question. So yeah, quavers or eighth notes. Quavers or eighth. That one was a rest. That is correct. That is a 1 beat rest. So it's called either a crotchet rest or a quarter note rest. It's a 1 beat rest. And finally, getting to the end of it now. Right, so that one there, that one is a quaver rest, or a eighth note rest. So it's equal to one of those. Right, that is equal to that. But it's a rest. All right. And that comes in, as we mentioned before, really important on Seven Nation Army, because that's the one that gives us a little rest at the beginning of our rhythm. Okay. How did you do? How did you do? If I asked you to spot some of those, could you do it? Let's find out. I'm going to go into the book. Oh yeah, I'm going to dive into the book. I'm going to choose a piece that we're doing, not just any random piece. So I'm going to go to Redemption Song. In fact, let's do Titanium. I think we did Redemption Song last time. I might be wrong, but... So page 16, please. Page 16. Page 16. What I'm going to do is hold up a note and say its name. And I want you to find a bar that has that note in it. So, for example, if I held up a minim or a half note, there's quite a few of these, but you could type in, for example, bar 1. Bar 1 has one of those. All right, so there's bar 2 and 3 and 4. There's loads of them. There we go. That's all you need to do is type in the bar number, okay? Okay, excellent. Right, let's start with this one. Remember, a semi-breve, 4 beats, sometimes called a whole note. Can you find one of those in Titanium? And what bar number is that? So I'm testing you in a couple of ways here. Can you find it? Do you know what it is? And can you work out your bar numbers? All right, so that's the first one. Give me a bar number for that, please. That's the second one. That's the crotchet. There's loads of those. But just find one and give me a bar number. That would be fantastic. Thank you. I'm not sure if you should be allowed to use the same one I gave an example for, though. Daisy. Right. This one, as I said, there's quite a few of these. That's the minim. Try and find one of those. 2 beats. This one, again, plenty of these in there. But if you could just type in the bar number, that would be wonderful. So they are, remember, quavers. That's 2 quavers together. Worth 1 beat together, half a beat by themselves. Let's see if I can spot. Oh, I can. I can also see one of those. Can you spot one of these anywhere? The rests. That's the crotchet rest, remember? Bar number for that one. All right, and finally, bar number for that one. This is a bit of a trickier one to find. See if you can spot one anywhere. Okay, let's go through them. So, this one, I think the most obvious one for that one is right at the end of the song in the last bar. So that would be bar 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. That one, bar 37, is the obvious one. All right. There could be others, obviously. Yeah, that's true. That one, yes, bar 1, bar 2, bar 3, bar 4, bar 5. Loads of these, loads and loads of them. Easy to find. This one, exactly the same. lots of them around. And if we go on to the second page, bar 17, 18, 19, 20, loads and loads of those. This one, again, lots of these, so you shouldn't have any problem spotting those. So again, I could go into the second page if I wanted to, and upside down. So I could go bar 21, bar 22, bar 23. There's loads of them. So they're all easy to find. This one, that's the rest. You might have found that in bar 1, but it's a bit tricksy because it's actually the singing line. It's actually the words, isn't it? It's the music on the top where you can spot one of those. Okay, so yeah, bit of a trick question again, really there. And the same with that one. Again, a little bit of a trick. Oh no, not that one. That one. Again, a little bit of a trick question on that one too, because again, it's on the singing line, and again, the first bar's got one of those in it. Okay. Don't worry if your internet keeps crashing. Just do as much as you can. I know what bad internet's like. We've all got bad internet around here, I think. So I think mine's okay today, though, for a change. Touch wood. Who knows what's going to happen? Right. Let's do some ear test stuff. Ear tests. Let's come back to ear tests. Let's do some playing. Right, let's do our scales. So we have to do some actual playing. That would be a good idea. So page 36, please. Page 36. 70 BPM, as we know. 70 BPM. Right, so what we're going to do is just bomb through these scales. If you have a specific one you want to look at a bit more closely, then please pop it in the chat. Apart from that, I'm going to review them very quickly, and then we're just going to play them along to the click at 70 BPM. Okay, so first one is the C major scale. We all know this one, I think. So page 36, C major scale. I'm going to play it. Okay, that's the one. So I'm going to put the click on, so we can all practice playing with a click, because you do need to do that in the exam. 70 BPM. 1, 2, 3. So this time, join in. Let's all play together, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do it one more time. Just wait for that click to come back round. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, hopefully we're all okay with that one. So we're going to go to the A natural minor, which is this one. So remember when you're doing these ones to play with the correct fingers as well, okay? So remember to use the 2 different fingers. Don't just kind of move one finger around. That's a bad habit. All right? Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Next one, E minor pentatonic. I'll just play that one again. So just to refresh your memories. All right, so. And remember to use the right fingers. So we're using the first finger for everything in that second fret. and then the middle finger for that one note we have to play, which is a D note on that 3rd fret, okay? All right, so have a quick look at your books, make sure you're happy with this one, and I'm going to get that metronome ready again, the click. All right, are you ready? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Next one, A minor pentatonic. Right, that was the one. Have a quick look in your books. So 0, 3, 0, 2, 0, 2, isn't it? Right? The notes we're actually playing A, C, D, E, G, and A. All right. Okay, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Last one, G major pentatonic. Can we keep stuff in chat relevant, please? Not sure what chicken hoops has got to do with anything. It's a bit random. All right, G major pentatonic. So again, just making sure we're using our middle finger for the 3rd fret and our 1st finger for stuff in the 2nd fret there. Okay. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, so 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Hopefully that went well. So yeah, just pop in chat if you've got any of those you want to cover, if you're not sure about any of them. But I think they should be going pretty well because they have the last couple of weeks. So what we're going to do now is a bit of a challenge for you, okay? So we're going to use these scales and we're going to play through each one in turn, but we're not going to stop, okay? So what we're going to do is, with the click, this is the C major. Okay. My click went funny then. Well, let me do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now when we get to the end, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, straight in. Okay. We're going to play the scale. Remember, the scale finishes on beat 3. So we're going to go 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just straight into the other one. I'm not going to stop it at all. We're just going to play each one once. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't supposed to. I played the working. Okay, right, yeah. E minor pentatonic. Yeah, so the E minor pentatonic. So make sure we're looking at your books as well so we can understand how it works. But we've got the 2nd fret there on the 4th string. Okay. And then we play the 3rd string open and then 2nd fret. And then we play the 2nd string open and 3rd fret. That's where we need to use our 3rd finger, okay? Our middle finger. Okay, so from the beginning, 4th string, 2nd fret, 3rd string open, and then 2nd fret, 2nd string open, and then 3rd fret, and then the bottom string. And then we're coming back down, okay? So okay, it's a reasonably simple one actually. The pentatonic scales are reasonably easy because there are not that many notes in. But obviously, you know, you have to learn them. They're tricky when you start. So just make sure you're really paying attention to your book as well and reading that tab. Remember that the numbers are the frets you put your fingers on, all right? And obviously the lines are your strings. So as long as you remember that, you should be able to work these out, all right? Okay, so yeah, what I said we'll do is we're going to play through every scale from number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the 5 scales, with just that little count of 4 in between, okay? So it's a challenge for you guys. If you don't know all of them yet, just do all the ones you can. And get that guitar ready. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. That's all the scales. Okay. Yeah, my internet says excellent connection on my YouTube stream, but that doesn't mean it is. So, all right, we're going to move on to the chords. I'm going to shout out a chord. You have to play it. I might choose anything from 1, 2, or 3. So that means I might shout out any of the power chords. So remember, I got B5, A5, D5. I could shout out any of those or any of the major chords or any of the minor chords. Okay? So I might call out any of those chords at all. Remember, the power chords have got the number 5 after them. So if I say an A5, I'm after the A5 power chord, not the A5 big chord. All right? Let's see how that goes. And again, at the end, you could always pop in any of the chords that you thought were difficult, all right, into the chat. So here we go. Number 1. Actually, give me a sec. I'm going to write it on my board. That way we'll know what we've done and it'll be easier to check things afterwards. So I'm going to go with the first chord we're going to do is an A minor. A minor, you have to play an A minor chord. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next one is a B5. B5 chord, please. Can you play me a B5 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. I know it's tricky, isn't it? Next one is a G chord, please. Remember, this one needs to play all 6 strings. You can't just do the one finger easy version. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Next one is going to be a D minor, please. A D minor in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up again. Next one is an E chord. An E chord, please. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Time is up. Make sure you strum that chord nice and loud. I'm going to do a one with a number again. A D5. This one here we're on. A D5, please. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up again. We've done a D minor. We've done a D5. Let's just do a D. Okay, just play me a D chord, please. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's it. Time's up again. 2 more chords. Who shall I do? Let's do an E minor. E minor, please. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. And then the final one is going to be another one with a number next to it. That's an A5. Okay, A5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is it. Time is up. Okay, I'm going to go through these chords with you and show you how they're done, just in case you've forgotten any of them. But if there was any in particular that you found difficult, pop them in the chat and we'll have a quick look at those anyway. Right, so A minor was the first one. If you know this, just play along with me as well, okay? So A minor was this one. Alright, so remember, first finger there on the second string, and then we're adding the other two, aren't we? Okay, next one was a B5. That was the tricky one that uses the 2 fingers like that on 2nd fret and the 4th fret. Remember, we're only hitting 2 strings here. Got to be careful, only hit the 2, because otherwise it starts sounding really messy, okay? Okay, that's the B5. Yeah, they are tricky. Alright, B5, the G, this one here. So remember, the 3rd finger's on the bottom, 2nd finger right to the top, 1st finger on the 5th string there on the 2nd fret. The D minor is a little bit tricky. We don't do it very often. I don't think it's in any of the songs actually yet, really. So 1st finger is on the F note there. The 1st finger is on the 1st string, 1st fret. 2nd finger is on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. And then the 3rd finger is on the 2nd string. Alright, so let's have a close look at that one. It's a bit of a tricky one. E, reasonably easy. We've done this one quite a bit. Actually, exactly the same shape as the A minor chord, but we just move it up 1 string. Alright. The D5, middle 2 strings. So strings 3 and 4. They're the ones we're playing. And your finger is on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Okay, the normal D. We all know this one, it's in lots of our songs. E minor, 2 fingers, all of your strings. And then the A5, 4th and 5th string with your finger on the 2nd fret on that 4th string. I went through those very quickly indeed, so if you do want any extra help with them, let me know. I'm not sure what you're doing there, Imogen. You've got your name up loads and loads of times. The reason music has numbers in it. I will explain this briefly. This actually reasonably interesting, kind of. Right, so if I were to think about a scale, just looking for my board rubber. It's there. It's on the board. If I were to think about a scale, I'm going to take my C scale, because we all play that, and it's an easy one to work with, right? So my C scale, this kind of goes up my alphabet: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, remember, we don't go anywhere above G, so we go back to A. Okay, C, D, E, E, F, G, A, B, C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay? So the reason we got numbers, I'm only going to talk about the 5, because we've got the B5, the A5, and the D5. Right? So the only reason I'm going to talk about this is just for the 5. You could have lots of different numbers, but we're just thinking about this one for now, okay? So if I was to play a C5, what I'd be doing is I'd be playing my C note, because that's the name of my chord, a C. And then I would just be going 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my C5 would have a C in it and a G in it. And they're the only 2 notes I would be playing. So I'd call it a C5. Okay? Now, a normal chord, and I'm going to be quiet after this because it might get confusing. A normal chord, so a normal C chord, is only made up of actually 3 notes. Every chord is made up of really 3 notes, right? We can add to those, but for now, they're just 3 notes. And they're always the first one, which is where the name comes from, like a C chord, the third one, and the 5th one. So a C chord has only got a C, an E, and a G in it. All right? And now I'm going to be quiet because too much theory confuses people. Okay? There you go. So there you go. A quick answer to why there is a number after those chords. All right? We do have other versions. So, for example, you could have a 7 or a 9 or a 13. They're normally odd numbers: 7, 9, 13, 11, and so on. All right? And they work in the same way. But I'm going to be quiet about that because it's so confusing, all these numbers. All right. That's it. We are done. Before we go, I'm just going to have a quick Google for some strings that I can link to Imogen. Apart from that, that is it. I hope those scales and everything went well for you. And we're going to be back in school soon. Next week. Woohoo! Bet we're all going to be so tired being back in school, aren't we? It's going to be hard work. It's going to be different. Right, let me just Google some stuff. I am here, but I can't see the chat anymore, okay? So I'm just Googling nylon guitar strings. Okay, and there are a few different ones you can go for. You can go for like really cheap ones, like this one. So yeah, you can go for really cheap ones like this one. I'm just going to put the link in there. Now, okay, I'm trying to put the link in. It's not working. Oh, okay. It's not letting me put that link in because it's too long for the chat box. I can only put 200 characters in, and that link is 300 long. See if I can find some easier ones. Okay, I can't. Well, 2 things. My internet connection's gone. basically all you need to do is just Google nylon guitar string. Okay, I just put that in chat. That's working. The links won't go in because they're too long. So just Google nylon guitar strings. You can get them from £4 or £5. They're pretty cheap. Up to, you know, £12, £15, £20. I would spend, if I were you, somewhere between £6 and £8. Okay. The ones that are too cheap are often not that good. So I'd kind of go mid-rangey, you know, kind of £6 to £8. And they'll do the job. Yeah. When you first put them on, they're not hard to put on, and you can just Google you'll be able to Google that. Okay, so just you'll be able to follow an instruction on Google if you're not sure, on YouTube or whatever. But when you first put them on, they will stretch quite a bit because they're basically plastic. So when you first put them on, tighten them up, they'll be out of tune again quite quickly, and you have to keep doing that a few times before they settle. All right, but yeah. If you have any other questions, just email me because I can't pop it into the chat there. But the best thing, yeah, Google that. Don't go crazy on the price, but I would spend £7, £8 instead of £4. Okay? Okay, excellent. I'm trying to type that, but it's hard to type. Right, excellent. Right, brilliant. Well done. Any other questions, then obviously feel free to email me and we'll sort it out. All right? Okay, brilliant. Bye-bye. Take care.